4. lost in space as well all are, and radiating out from no center. With each inhalation, a graceful step towards a truly successful disappearance. The moon is not out, nor am I awake. In a clearing now less clear, you'd say. Maybe say something like, don't think about the past too much. Or something like, try not to think about too many different things at once. Or something like, don't think about the future too much at all. And anyway, why are we even talking about all this? There are these moments when everything is right in front of you. I mean, at least that is how it feels. The long Monday that follows a light user's weekend. The crescent bruise that matches the height of the bathroom doorknob. The received wisdom cast aside. What used to be, keep my grave open, now is, won't clog the lid of the coffin. They eat green salad and drink human blood. A sustained moment of pre-echo, peace on earth, okay, now back to totally shattered. And so, the difference between getting fucked up and getting fucked over, is that a question you'll find out? After everything, there you are still hesitating. No one came, and no one called. So, who's haunting who here? 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 Penultimate gasp, that's what you think. Clarity within the granular, but still no sense of the whole. Zero stability coupled with tons of repetition. You thought you'd have another chance, yeah, well maybe. It was not the dose that determined the poison, but the category of foreignness. A silence with the volume turned all the way up. A closer look at absolutely nothing. Mundane to the point of being psychedelic. What are we even talking about here? Now that's a good question. Let us just say almost human. Let us just say gross miscalculation. Let us just say altered beast. I'm just gonna keep talking until a pattern is revealed. Well, I say, 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 well, I say. Brain transplant, the skull rejects. Undiluted love, the mind recoils. Insurmountable nonsense, the eyes blanch. Baseline kindness, the heart unfurls. Beat headache, the vision's alight. Vertical drop, the spine rejoices. Soft non-fiction, the spleen blinks. Horrible new teeth, the smile radiates. And now she says, if you can't understand the difference between strength and force, we're gonna have a real problem. Empathy is out, causality is in. No stars anymore, just the sun or nothing. Think of this as a productive sort of delirium. Think of this as an escape hatch. Selfishness is out, carelessness is in. Maybe you should talk with someone. Earth covers earth on repeat, foreign experiences on repeat. The process of weeding out on repeat, crippled cemetery on repeat. Off your face on repeat, pink turns to blue on repeat. The number one song in heaven, man, I gotta get some sleep. All they were able to parse from the seemingly indiscernible tangle of languages that it is pretty much tough all over. So who's haunting who here? 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 Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Home, on, say on, be said on, somehow on, till know how on, said know how on, say for for be said, missaid. From now say, for be missaid. So, who's haunting who here? 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 Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Homelessness, a feeling of, and then again, and with little doubt. Home.
dream about the way she moved until the day she moved into a del obscure. I just too much. I'm just too much for you. I'm just too much. Oh, what I do, oh, what I do, oh, what I do, oh, what I do this time. Oh, what I do, oh, what I do, oh, what I do, oh, what I do this time.
Дорогие ребята, очень рад был вашему письму. В 1891 году Антон Павлович писал брату из Италии. Рим похож в общем на Харьков, а Неаполь грязен. Через 140 лет после Чехова моя голландская правнучка только что побывала с гимназической экскурсией в Риме. По приезде родители ее спрашивают: «Ну что Рим?» Таня, задумываясь: «Похож на Харьков». И что? А волонтеры молодцы, но почему-то очень много макарон, причем быстро разваривающихся. Люблю вас и все. Ваш Б.В.
Don't you even think of
Don't you even think of killing her? Don't you even think of killing her? Don't you even say you're hot enough. Don't you even Don't you even say you're hot enough. Don't you even say you're hot enough. Fine, 'cause you still need me. Don't you even say, oh say, oh say, oh. Don't you even say, oh. You're hot enough.
Babylon by bus, no tag-alongs, just a marathon trying to run it up. Lake Michigan, a frozen pond, black swan with the bubble butt. Opera glasses clutch front my ugly mug. I administer the food and drugs, monsoon love, oxytocin flood. Red mud ran out the hills like blood. Glistening water bug on clean counter. Plague mask gave the place a cursory glower. He ran away, I gave chase, but gave up and sat on his gate for hours. Pissing in a bottle. Lamppost adorned with the missing. Listen, I'm not swimming in the Mars. Parachute twisted and snarled, just glad I kissed him. I knew the time was borrowed.
Yo, stiffs with the blames to celebrate the new wave. Hope a host ain't got himself a 12 gauge. Not a Carter loot game. Playing devil's advocate, now who's game? Handsome with my B-boy, Trugo in a PJ.
Cold open, so the focus cameras pan to a freeway. The ransom was a decoy, we pinoy the heat wave. Red hermits nest in the Bible belt. Cash it with the carbine, never can be too safe these days.
Before Novelties blonde phase, my hand caught a callus. Dallas overseas kick when debt levels emerge.
Mouth dry on that south by road to Damascus. Better call Saul the cabins getting bad with traffic.
Bumper night rider, wish we had an airwolf. Dickhead logic somehow hacked into our Bluetooth.
Move quick, bad news, crew thick. Constellation funk, bad moon as viewed through the roof tent.
Caught him lacking on 9/11. I locked down like vi.n.t.m.a. People don't want the truth, they want me to tell them grandma went to heaven. Rifle on the wall is an icebreaker. All the world's a stage, she came to me in full makeup. Anyone wanna be in my life gotta sign several waivers. Wires out the tasers, suspicious fire in the galley of the freighter. What I do can't be copied. I take care of these words, much housing by proxy. Somehow beat the talk screen. God save the queen, but that train doesn't stop here anymore.
They preach through signs, I was told. Just say words like nobody knows. And I don't want to go out anymore. Into the cold. Endlessly collaborate, submit, slither, snugly in the hive. Split the earth into codes, gather the ropes, function and merge with the map. Go back, they call as they grasp the ground. Burrow below, drink deep down, as paranoid subjects spew erratic nutrients, drunk upon their own image. With life, it's in the map. Dizzy your thought and ascend into madness, and don't sink in die going in the world.
Shoulders down to the fingertips. I want you to feel your arms heavy like lead, heavy like solid lead. This will come very easily to you because you have been thoroughly conditioned.
Take my hand now.
undulating.